Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 72nd. 72 sessions, and what a glory we are about to achieve. I think we see everyone improved in every next meeting we are meeting at. In every meeting, we have a different person who is bringing up with his or her hard work and sheer determination few interesting topics to challenge our speaking skills. And we are able to speak somehow. If we are not able to speak, that means we are not trying. No matter how good we speak or how bad we speak, but at least we are better than the people who are not speaking. And to support that gentleman or gentle lady, we have somebody who manages time. And today, the person who is going to manage time is none other than Toastmaster Abhinav Kaur, who is known as intelligent man in our club. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Abhinav Kaur to explain the timing mechanism, please. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, for such kind words. Let's start with my introduction. So I will play the role of timer, and it is quite easy job. Basically, I had to change my background at 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds, and 2 minutes. At 1 minute, you will see a green background. At 1 minute 30 seconds, you will see a yellow background. At 2 minutes, you will see a red background. This means now your time is up, and you have 30 seconds to wind up your speech, but try to wind up your speech within 2 minutes so that others can get a chance to speak. So I'll share my report at very last. All the best to all the role players, and let's enjoy this meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav Kaur. Really appreciate for taking part as timer's role. Ladies and gentlemen, today's word of the day is Elysian, and some people call as Elysian. You can call whatever you feel like. The meaning of this word is relating to our characteristic of heaven or paradise. Hope we are going to have the same feeling today in today's session, because when we are trying, we have such feelings, and we are not trying, we are lacking. Today, somebody very special all the way from Saudi Arabia, who is coming from Pakistan, Islamabad, who is going to challenge us with his interesting topics. He is well known for his interesting topics. Today, he is known as Dark Knight. You can pin him if you like to see him at closer version. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome none other than our topics master of today's meeting, which is 72nd Toastmaster Umar Farooq as his real name. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you everybody. And it's great to see the Elysian audience with me. And I'm sure they will have a lovely session today. And we will start. Today's theme is questions. I have never asked questions. I have been different statements I have shared, and quotes and movie quotes and taglines. This time I thought I should ask some questions with everybody. It's kind of like an interview for everyone with one question interview. So let's start it off. We have with us Miss Sindhu. Yes, you are the first one.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar.
Yes, your question is why the happiness cannot be bought. I'll repeat. Why happiness cannot be bought. Over to you, Toastmaster Sindhu.
Good evening, all my friends of Global Impromptu Table Topic Session. Happiness cannot be bought. If it is available in the market, then I think that all will rush towards that particular shop to buy. Happiness is something we generate in ourselves. I think all of you over here will agree with me, isn't it? It's something we generate, and our association with the people and our deeds, our thinking, our thoughts, our mind. These are the things, these are the parts, or these are the main areas which generate happiness. That is, happiness cannot be bought from outside. It is something which we have to generate. So each and every person in this individual in this world is responsible for creating happiness among themselves. So, and also I believe that even the surroundings cannot help us with the happiness. Many times I felt that whenever I am in distress or whenever I have any unhappy feelings or something like that, people around me, they couldn't bring the happiness, because I feel that it is something I have to give the permission to others to make me sad or to make me happy. That's what I believe. So if I feel that I'm sad or I'm unhappy, I'm not happy, then throughout my life I'll have the same feelings. That is, life is not always straight. We'll have some there are some areas where we fall and then we rise. But at all these times, if we have a strong mind to control us and to tell that it is nothing, it is not permanent, next step is something, you have to go up or there is a leap, then we will just find a happiness. And I think that it is generated in us. So we have to see that, we have to listen, we have to see, we have to associate with all good people, not with naysayers. Always say that, see that we are just getting mingled with such people, so they will help us, just they will contribute something from their side. And at the same time, we have to do a great deal in order to find happiness in ourselves. Over to you, Toastmaster Umar. Thank you so much.
Wonderfully answered, Sindhu. Indeed, door to happiness opens from inside. So let's go on to our doctor, Dr. Farida. So Dr. Farida, your question is, are the decisions that are based on emotions always right? Are the decisions that are based on emotions always right?
A very good evening to my global impromptu family. Are the decisions based on emotions always right? The answer to this question actually takes me to my earlier life. You know, when you're young, you tend to be impulsive, you tend to be emotional, you tend to jump into things, you tend to jump to conclusions. And over the years, you will realize this fact that whenever you are taking a decision or whenever you're coming to a conclusion, there should be a balance between the mind and what your heart says, because your mind may sometimes veer completely in the opposite direction, or it might steer you in the opposite direction. We are in this world to make the most of this life that we have been given by the Almighty, right? We have to make sure that it is as Elysian as was promised by the Almighty. So in order to do that, we have to find the perfect balance. So I beg to convey this message to you. I know that most people will say, go with your heart, go with your spirit, open your arms, let the fairy inside you spread the wings, do what your heart says. I would disagree with that. I totally believe that in order to find the perfect balance and to find Elysian in whatever areas of our life are, whether it's family life, whether it's our career, whether it's our education, whether it's social life, we need to find the balance. The mind and the heart, they should kind of work together to guide us and to tell us which direction or which pathway to take. It's not okay to be very shrewd and very calculated and very trying to be intelligent about all the decisions, because that somehow steals the joy out of relationships. It steals the joy out of the fun out of doing things. So I do agree that you should take risks sometimes, but not all the time, not all the time, because people who follow their heart all the time, I personally do consider them purely as stupid. As I'll be very open about it. I consider them as being stupid. I feel that there should be a balance, and people who always follow their mind, I don't like such people. They're usually very insensitive, very business-minded, very calculated in all their moves in life. And that is what I don't follow them. So I prefer to go with the balance. A very good evening to everybody.
Wonderfully answered, Dr. Farida. We have with us Sushant, our Cavalier Sushant, our rising star. Huh? I have a simple.
Topic master.
Yes, you are audible. I have a simple question for you. What is the root cause of all evil in this world? What is the root cause of all evil in this world? Mr. Sushant.
Topic master, my fellow family. What is the root cause of evilness? There is something called odium that I really hate, the meaning of it. Hello friends, odium means that thinking bad about someone, just like, oh, he gets it, no. As I didn't get it, he should also not get it. He did some cheating. This is the negative way of thinking, and this is the reason, because as it is the root cause of the evil in the world. Friends, when we think negative about someone, that's where it starts. That's where we put the saplings into the soil. And you may not see that, but your friends, your surrounding members would make it grow, that you can never stop, that you can never cut down. That is an undestroyable tree that will always keep on growing, unstoppable. Fellow friends, think happy. When my friend wins something, I would feel that, wow, my friend won something. Recognizing the class, recognizing our group. It is the happiness and it is the positivity that makes them happy, each other. My father always said, happiness is a state of mind. It's the way where you choose it and how you decide it. At last, I would like to end that positivity is the weapon to destroy odium. Topics master.
Wonderfully answered to us, Gavalier Shashant. We have with us Dr. Shakil.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question for you. When in your life have you been humbled? I'll repeat, when in your life have you been humbled? Over to you.
Once I had a emergency call at 12 midnight in the cool season of winter, December 31st. A Saudi stood in front of my door asking me to please come and see his ailing daughter. I was posted in the desert of Saudi Arabia. Without thinking much, since I was young those days, and adventure was my forte. I jumped in his pickup, and then I didn't know which way he went. But ultimately he stopped at few tents where there were not good lights except for few candles. And then he brought his ailing daughter. I checked her, and to my diagnosis, she was in a very bad position, suffering with pneumonia. With this, I advise her to please transfer her to the hospital immediately, because in Saudi Arabia, the rules are very bad. She is not under my jurisdiction and I should not treat her. In case if I do something and she dies, I will be in a big problem. And those days was new to me and I was not knowing Arabic to make him understand. But he smartly took away the daughter. After some time, he brought in the goat. And to my surprise, I was not expecting that he will be just giving me a gift of a goat just for this reason. And I was so humbled that I said, no, please don't give this gift to me. But he said, no, doctor, I'm not giving you this gift. This goat is also not well. And you have to treat her. Then it was a big difficulty for me because I am a doctor of human and not for animals. But he didn't understood my problem, my language, though I did all my gestures. But ultimately, to get away from that, I gave the goat the injection which I brought for the human being. And then I came back and 2 days I never went out because I was not knowing whether the daughter died or the goat died. But after 2 days, the man stood in front of my house with a policeman. And this is the climax. And I leave it to you all to find out what happened to me on that day. Back to you, Mr. Tabletop.
Wonderfully hilarious answer, Dr. Shakil. We have with us our Wonderful, Daisy ma'am.
Good evening, topics master, Umar.
Thanks God you did not say topics monster.
It almost came like that.
Okay, so your question is, when being selfish is not a bad thing. I'll repeat, when being selfish is not a bad thing. Over to you, Daisy ma'am.
Thank you, Umar, for that question. I think you should be selfish all the time for your own sake. You should save yourself first. Then only you can help others. If you are not selfish, if you don't have your own interest, then how can you think of others? You should take care of yourself first. Even in the flight, what do they say? When the air pressure drops, you have to put your mask first. You have to save yourself. Then only you can help your child. Because if you are suffering, you won't be able to help the others. So to help others, to help this humanity, you should first take care of yourself. You should be self-centered. You should grow yourself first. Then only you can help the human being. Some people say that they are always for others. It is easy to say that, but nothing is, you can't do like that. You have every time in every action, there will be always the self-interest will be always there. You have to take care of yourself, then only you can look at others and do a better job. What other as a mother, I always take care of my children. Yes, that is true. My family is my priority. But still, if I don't take care of my health, if I don't eat well, and if I think only of others' interest, then I'll be putting myself in trouble, and I'll be putting them more in trouble. They have to take care of me then in the end. So self-interest is more important. Over to you, topics master Umar.
Oh, I need to be selfish more. Huh? Then we have with us Hamida.
I can go at last.
Anybody? You can go in last, huh? Okay, we have with us Monu.
Yes, sir.
Monu, for
Yes,
you
sir.
the question should be, what you will choose? Okay, I'll change the question. What is more important, character or personality? I will repeat.
Character.
What character or personality? What is more important?
Thank you. Good evening, all, dear member. What I will choose, character or personality? Of course, I will go for character, not personality. This is because when in our Toastmaster meeting, I was just hearing one of the meeting with most of the members outside before the lockdown period. So at that in that meeting, I was seeing one of the member who was full dressed up, was not looking good. So I really thought this man will not be good. But when he started to express his view in a way that I was so splendid. So at that moment, I also observed that the personality does not make sense for everyone. The thing is, what the qualities is hidden inside the man. The way he explained the things, I understood that, wow, what is this? And either he was not looking as good and even not good. So at that moment, I felt like, how was he, bought for himself, how slugging he out to reach that place. So character, everyone should have a good character. Personality does not matter. Most of the times we also see that even a very big rich man they live their life is so simple, and we cannot understand by seeing them that he is so rich like that. So personality looking does not matter. The matter is his simplicity, his character, his positivity, his behavior, his attitude towards the work, not the egoistic or the way he is looking. If I just going outside with well dressed up, and if someone is having fight with me and just I have just not talking with him but so gracefully, so no matter how I'm looking, the matter is how I am behaving, how am I talking with them. So the most important thing, we should have good attitude, good character, not the personality. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful answer, Toastmaster. Mono. We have with us Mr. Dinesh Reddy.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Dinesh, your topic is what in life is one thing that you take for granted? I'll repeat. What is the one thing in life that you take for granted? Dinesh.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Table Topic Master. What is one thing that I take for granted in life? So, I feel in life, peace is something more important than anything. Mental peace. Whatever you do in life, and how much money you have, or uh, whatever the other things you have, other material things you have. At the end, if you don't have that peace, it's all nothing. You'll still feel bad. You'll still think something bad happened, and you have that negative thoughts, and it will, it will keep you out of happiness and happiness. So one thing, if I in life I'll take for granted is peace, because that's the one thing we all need, and that's one thing keep us moving. Um, so yeah, that's the one thing I want to take. Over to you, Master.
Nice answer, Dinesh. We have with us DT and Jesse.
Yes, Toastmaster for Umar.
Okay, so your topic is it better to have loved and lost, or to never have loved at all? Is it better to have loved and lost, or to have never loved at all? DT and Jesse.
In my opinion, it is better to be loved and lost because love is such an elation factor in our life. Once it is touched by love, even if you are, it's a memory that remains, but never loved at all of the person's feeling, we do not know. In a way, probably if you have never been loved by anybody, that person, maybe living like a redundant waste. I don't think any human being or animal or any creation of God that we should no love at all. No, there should be no one that has never been loved before they leave this world. Everything, even the plant, the people, the animal, everyone requires love. The flowers, if you don't talk to the plants, they wither. The plants also, they also. So it's always better to be loved. The feeling of love itself is a life. That's an elation kind of feeling factor. So I strongly suggest and feel that it is good to be loved and lost, no problem. Even if you But that moment you have that love to cherish for the rest of your life, even other creation of the world or universe also. Why not? Over to you, Master.
Well attempted, Jitenjasi. We have with us Miss Cheryl. Now your turn from Bahamas also.
Good day. I should say I'm here in the Bahamas and it is 12:16 p.m. So I know it is much later for you guys. How's everyone?
Fantastic. So your topic is, Cheryl, can you turn on the video?
Loved at all.
Hi, can
Yes.
you
Yes.
see my work?
So your topic is life complicated or we make it ourselves complicated?
The question again
I'll
is?
repeat. Is life complicated or we make it complicated for ourselves?
Thank you for the table topics question, Mr. Dark Knight Umar Farouk Awan. Life isn't complicated. I think life is made up of a series of moments and events, and what we decide to do in those series of moments and events that can make it easy or complicated. So life itself isn't complicated. I think our choices make it complicated when we choose not to do the right thing. So for me, I definitely would say things can be a lot easier if we take the time to ask for help, if we take the time to take our emotions out of things and pursue certain things with logic, as opposed to just going willy-nilly, as they would say, and going off of how we feel, as opposed to finding the logic, finding the rhyme and the reason for things. So life isn't complicated. It's the decisions that we make, the things that we choose to do that makes things complicated. And with that, I am Toastmaster Sherelle Lockhart from the Bahamas, representing Club 1425 Freeport Eagles. Thank you very much for the question, Mr. Table Topics Master, and I wish you all a good day.
Wonderful answer, Toastmaster Cheryl. Lovely thoughts. We have with us Mr. Sharman.
Yes.
Mr. Sharman, your question is, okay, why you think time is money? I'll repeat, why you think time is money?
I can say time is not always money, but when it comes to Mr. Table Topic Master and fellow Toastmasters and friends, and when it comes to business, time is money. So unfortunately, I would work person like expecting always counting, always thinking about the business minded. So because that reason, they count time is money. So, but if you use time wisely, you can earn money. We have come to this world for a short period or a number of years. Within that short period, we have to achieve a lot of things, number of things. If you plan carefully, you can achieve all these things. If you waste money, time, you can't get it back. Once the water, the river flows, those water can't be get it into the upper stream. So use your time wisely, and you can get more out of the time. And once you put it into your mind, what you call is called properly. If you can store something, and you can use your mind for, or you can get a lot of things from your mind. Once you stop your mind thinking in the morning or in the evening before you go to night. So you have to stop doing anything, nothing, and just think about the stillness. Then you get a lot of creative things, and that is. And also if you do some few relaxation exercises, you can sleep only but 4 hours sleep is also enough. It says most of the priests in also doing meditation within short period they get 8 hours enough. I think 8 hours sleep. So think wisely, and you can get more out of your uh, out of from your mind. Over to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Interesting thoughts, Mr. Sharman. Great answer. We have with us Beenal.
Very good evening.
Yes, Miss Beenal, your question is failed expectations. I'll repeat, failed expectations and broken trust are same thing. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Failed
I do agree with
expectations
this.
and okay,
Yeah, the
please
fail
go ahead.
expectation and broken
Trust.
trust. Yeah, I do agree with this statement. Like we simply expect more out of the person without like judging or without like analyzing or giving deciding from ourselves, from our side, and and broken broken expectation, broken trust is like it's bad for all the relationships, and even for us, everyone, because we should not broke this trust with any person. It should be, there should be trust in everyone with each other. There should be faith. There should be sent in relations, and there should be transparency in the this relationships, or in the family, or there should be an good compatibility with the people, and we should be very friend. We should be friend. We should be very humble to the people and kind to the people, and that's how you can create a trust and a harmony with the people, with the society, and with each others. um, Over to you, Toastmaster Umar. Thank you. Very good evening to everyone.
Nice, lovely thoughts. We have with us Miss Wafa.
Yes.
Yes, your topic is easy. Marriages are made in heaven. Then why there are so many divorces happen? Then why there are so many divorces happening nowadays?
Interesting. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to see you and hope you're having a great Friday. I am so humbled to be questioned and interviewed by our Dark Knight. Yay. So this is what I think. Right. Marriages are made in heaven, and why there are so many divorces. Well, divorces does not mean that's the end of life. There's another marriage that's going to happen after that. So let's just stay positive and be an opportunist. We all work in the world we feel like, just like marrying one person, that might be enough. But I believe it's like friendship. You need to develop friendship first. Understand people. We need to learn how to coexist in this world. Marriages are not meant to be happily ever after. You are the one who create happiness in your life. Happiness does not dawn on us suddenly. So I don't think marriages are made in heaven. Marriages happen on this earth, and so does divorces happen on this earth. So that's my point. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Lovely answer. We have with us Toastmaster 3. So you are a teacher, so I have a teacherly topic for you. So your topic is So, where your topic is there. Okay, huh. What's the one thing that should be taught in school that it? What is the one thing that should be taught in school that isn't? Toastmaster Anushri. Anushri.
Salam. Good evening, everyone. Can you just repeat once again?
Okay. What is the one thing that is taught that is not taught in school that should be taught?
Okay. Good evening, all my global impromptu family and friends. Yes, there are many things which we are supposed to teach in a school, which is not happening. I'm sorry to say, being a teacher, we have to teach values, which is missing right now. We are just focused on syllabus across that whichever curriculum you are in, but now we are focusing only just for teaching the things or content which is widely spread everywhere. You can see YouTube, you can get in on a Google, but the values which comes only from that, first is family and then second is school, which is completely missing. Why it's missing? That's an important question. First of all, this is not in a curriculum. And secondly, there is no time for that, all these things. Curriculum should be revised. Especially I'm talking on behalf of Asian schools. There is a curriculum lagging. It is not meant for that value adding in a life, in a student's life, or we are not teaching them how to be a good person in a life. We are just teaching them how to get survival in a life. That fittest, that person who is in survival, that we are training a horse in a race, number one, number two, number three, that's it. The secondly, we need to have a time for all these things. We had a curriculum, we need to finish a portion, revision, taking a test, assessment, finish. Where is the time to interact with them? Where is the time to hear a child? So not even, it's not a fault from the teacher side, it's not a fault from the parent side, but there is a problem with the system and we need to change the system. So it's my humble request as a teacher, we all should speak as a Toastmaster is one of a platform where we can all talk about all these things, that students should taught that values, which is missing, especially now these days in a family also, because there is no time, parents are working and teachers are busy with the calculation, with that marking, all these things, but we are not teaching them values. And that's a one thing which we need to teach them. Over to you. Thank you.
Wonderfully answered, Toastmaster Anushri. We have with us Mr. Raghuvanshi.
Yeah, very good evening.
I have a very small question for you. The question is, are you living a meaningful life? I repeat, are you living a meaningful life?
Very tough question. Am I living meaningful life? I guess yes and no. I would say no because as a person, I still need to do so much in life. I need to still give so much to this world where my capabilities are concerned, you know. And I feel I cannot do it because either we have our own, you know, your own drawbacks, or you'll have, you know, something or other comes in the way that doesn't allow you to progress or to fulfill your dreams, or give, let your hand to the world. For example, as I mentioned in my last Toastmaster session, that I have a dream of building a school, a dream to help out all the needy people like special determined kids, cancer patient, the underprivileged. I want to heal the environment, uh, because the environment is suffering through pollution, etc. So that's why I feel that I am not actually fulfilling those in my life, and also, yes, as an being the daughter and eldest daughter, I wish I could do so much for my parents, for what they have done for me so far. But again, the struggles, the bad luck, over to you.
Oh, wonderful thoughts, Ms. Jia. We have with us Dinisha. Dinisha Idris, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Table topic.
So your topic is there a difference between giving up something or letting go of something? I'll repeat. Is there a difference between giving up something and letting go of something? Miss Dinisha.
Thank you, table topic master. Sometimes things comes to us without without much effort. Sometimes we have to struggle to have something for us. When we have something, yes, no, we seems that is not much worth. When we lose something, we see that is going out of us. So we have to grab it. And that is how the life is. When we are going to lose something, we see that is most worth thing for us. Sometimes we have many worthier things, even though we grab the things which are going away from us. But are we prepared to give up the things? As the human beings, I think we do not like to give up the things. Whatever we have, even though unless they are the troubles, we wanted to collect it. Let him go. Do we allow them to go something or some people? No, we normally do not want to give up or let it go. But there's a difference. The difference is if the person, if we have something or some persons in our life which we do not like, we give up them. But if we like them and we love them and those persons do not wanted to have us, they will go and we let them go. There's a difference. Table topic master. OT.
Oh, wonderful thoughts, Ms. Dinisha. We have with us, I think Gavalier is or something. Afshan is with us. Afshan Irshad.
Yeah.
Okay, your question is simple. What makes you feel most empowered? I'll repeat. What makes you feel most empowered? Earlier, Aksha.
Yeah. First of all, a very good night, good evening, good afternoon, depending on your region, to all Toastmasters and esteemed guests. And what makes me feel most empowered? It was an amazing topic given by the table topics Toastmaster. And yeah, so currently, every day I just before the lockdown, I always used to go to sleep early, and I always used to uh, like I won't do anything in the night. I always feel bored at night, and often during the day too. After I finish coming back from school and playing, I don't know what to do. But one thing that helped me in the lockdown, at first it was very boring, but from May it started to become really interesting because I started to attend many Toastmasters club, many international clubs, go experience each country's culture and like what they do over there, what they might not do over here. And even though now it's late night over here, I still want to experience like every Toastmasters club which is around the world, like this club too, like attending many sessions like this, not only Toastmasters, but many sessions like this, which empower me, and also these virtual things. This really give an enormous impact to you, whatever you do, whatever you want to achieve. So this is the only time to learn all these skills. This lockdown is the but this specific time. Many people grip on this, but still, it's really, really, really a great time. After the lockdown finishes, you will see the comparison of like people who learned during this and who just wasted their time. So it's just an enormous effort. So my message everyone is, even though it's late night here, uh, we continue to learn. So keep learning no matter what, rain or shine, it's going to come, but learning is continuous. Thank you.
Nice thoughts, Aksha. We have with us Miss Anupama.
Okay. Good evening. Good
Okay,
evening.
interesting question for you. What is that one responsibility that you wish you didn't have? What is that one responsibility that you most wished you didn't have? Miss Anupama.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. The one responsibility which I wish I didn't have was the biggest one, that is the decision making. Decision making is one of the biggest responsibility of any person. So I always prefer to take the back seat. I really enjoy to sit at the back and enjoy the view, wherein I can leave the decision to the driver and to the a person sitting next to him to decide what has to be done and what should not be done. See, in life there are so many alternatives. We have so many things to choose from, and sometimes it is like those MCQs questions which are all similar. So during those times it really becomes very difficult what to choose and what not to choose. And sometimes we have to take into consideration the opportunity cost also. So when you add up all these and when you think of all these, I feel if that decision making responsibility can be handled by someone, I will blindly follow. You decide, I do. You know, so that is one responsibility. If someone can take for me, I will fully trust that person and just follow. Over to you, tabletop.
Interesting responsibility to not have. That's interesting. Now we have with us Miss Pragya, Toastmaster Pragya. Toastmaster Pragya.
Yeah.
So I have a very tricky question for you, but maybe interesting also. So your question is, are you the outside observer of the universe, or you are the piece of universe observing itself? I'll repeat. Are you the outside observer of the universe? Or you are the piece of universe it is observing itself? Toastmaster
Can you
Pragya.
repeat the last line?
Or you are the piece of universe observing itself?
Thank you, TT Master, Toastmasters. A very good evening to all. I would say that there's no way that we can just be a silent observer. We are always a part of this universe. A simple example to that is when we start complaining about things which are there in our life. We are a part of it too. If we are not trying to change that thing, if we are not trying to do something about it, we are still a part of it. So I would say I am a part of this universe which observes itself. A simple example is the problems which I face in my life. I have two options in that. One is I can just see what is happening around and just put it on somebody else, that the mistake belongs to somebody else. Or on the other hand, I take that charge on me and decide of how to change it and what to do about it. But most of the times what we try to do is be on the other side and put the fault on somebody else. I was not the one who was doing it. I couldn't do anything about it. It was not in my hands are the most common answers. And we try to become the silent observers. But even in the smallest of things, we are always a part of it. One thing which I did was once I saw somebody throwing a water bottle out of the car. I had two options, either to throw it back in the car, throw it in the garbage box, or just see. So I chose to be a part of it and I threw it in the car again. So I would say I'm a part of it. Thank you. Over to you.
Nice thoughts, Toastmaster Pragya. We can have Abhinav with us. Abhinav, you asked to be last. Can anybody time him? Okay, Monu will do it. Okay,
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Let me open.
Yes.
Yes, my dear friend. You're looking great today.
I have a very short question for you. You can give a big answer also. So your topic is why misery likes company.
Sorry,
I'll repeat why misery likes company.
Why misery, or some people also pronounce it as misery, likes company. I'll start my clock. It's very obvious. You know, in this world, there are certain things which are considered as negative qualities or negative habits, and some things are considered as positive. And one thing I observe in this life is that something which is positive is very less attractive. But what is negative is very attractive. People get attracted towards it. And then they form a crowd. Misery is one of that thing. Misery is simply to save money, not to save money, but to not spend a lot. That's a good way of saying it, a positive way of saying it. So there are certain amount of people in this world who earn a lot but spend hardly a penny, and they collect it. And they find a company of such people that they follow same mentality, and they form a company, and they think that, oh, we are the race who will ultimately save a good fortune for the next generation. And the next generation is waiting just for that day when this fortune will come to them, and they spend it with open hand. I've seen it. Like in many, there are many incidences wherein a person earned a lot of money, saved every penny, and when that person transfer the legacy to the next generation, they spend it like anything in making their life a lavish life, and buying all those things which are actually not required. So this is a harsh reality. And yes, if you find a miser person, then don't think that he's a really miser. He may be on a smarter move, that is saving for the future. So if someone calls you a miser, you can simply say, Freddy, wait for 10 years. After 10 years, we'll check our bank balance, and then we'll see who is miser and who is rich. With this, I conclude my session and handing over this particular topic to my dear Toastmaster Omar. Thank you very
much. Interesting answer, Toastmaster Abhinav. We have with us DT Amjad, one and only our continuous Toastmaster.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, I have a question for you. People tell you, advise you to be yourself. People advise you to be yourself. Then they start judging you. Why? I'll repeat. People advise you to be yourself. Then they start judging you. Why?
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. First, people tell you to be yourself, then they start judging you. That's very true, honestly speaking. It's very easy to give advice to somebody, be yourself. Normally, actually, we are born ourselves. Then, after looking around, we feel of becoming someone. Then we become someone sometimes, if not fully 100%, but partially. Then people observe us. We are not remained self anymore. So they tell us, hey, come on, be yourself. Go back to your roots. Go back to your reality, the real you. When you do that, they tell you, hey, you're not perfect. Hey, why are you doing that? Because now there's contradiction in their words, in their perceiveness. I don't know, perceiveness word exists or not, but I'm using it the way they perceive. But that's the reality. That's a bitter reality. But I always tell people, no matter what people think about you, be yourself. If I take my example, I know there are people who respect me. I know there are people who follow me. I know there are people who don't like me. I know there are people who don't really feel like I should be existing. But does that matter to me? No. I'm the only one person. I'm good for somebody. I'm not very good for somebody. But why don't I take decision based on the people who really follow me, who push me to do something big in my life, who appreciate me, what I'm doing in my life. So sometimes we take opinion of people who are negative, but we not really considering people who are appreciating us. Just always look at the person, even if it's one person only, who is telling you, keep it up. You're doing an amazing job. You're adding value in my life. Why don't you just listen to that only one person and forget the entire universe who is against you? Trust me, that is the whole idea of being yourself. No matter how people perceive you, it's none of your business. End of the day, you did not born with their permission. They did not born with your permission. So who cares? I don't care, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever people think about me, end of the day, I'm somebody who can never be matched. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm nobody, but I'm somebody who can never be matched. Somebody very unique as you. Back to you.
Wonderful thoughts, DJ Amjad. With this, I am only left. So, who will be giving me the topic?
The first person who have asked to give you the topic is Prashant, and second one is Pragya. So let them decide and give you the topic. Prashant and Pragya, you can unmute yourself and discuss with each other and give him the topic, please. Give him the toughest one.
Oh, may God help me. Yeah?
Who will give the topic to Umar?
We can toss. I can answer both topics. So.
Or you can answer both the questions. Today
Yes,
you are the topic. You should answer both the questions.
One, whatever I like.
Yes, Sushant and Pragya.
Prashant is
Why
there.
are you both scared of giving him topic?
No, I'm not. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for gents first.
Oh.
Okay, so both of us is gonna give the topic or only one?
Okay, let Umar choose. Yes, Umar.
Okay, whoever gives, I have no issues.
Okay, Sushant actually have asked first, and let Sushant go. Sorry, Pragya, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Really appreciate. So sweet of you. Sushant, would you like to give
Yeah.
to lead lady?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Oh,
Let
that's so sweet of you.
Pragya
That's
ma'am
so
give
sweet
it.
of you. All right, so sweet of you. That's big of you. Toastmaster Pragya, please go ahead and give him the topic, please. Thank you, Prashant. Oh, Sushant, sorry.
Umar, your topic is there is nothing called love. It's an illusion. It's all about needs. There is nothing called love. It's an illusion. It's all about needs.
Okay, that's a very contradictory topic to the what I believe in. Love is not an illusion. Love is not just based on needs. I always say that if something is conditional, it is not love. It is not dependent, okay, you fulfill my those needs, okay, I am there for you temporary and all. Love is not just a feeling also. Love may be emotion also. Love is the your thoughts about that person, the care, the kindness, the compassion that you share with others. That is also love. I always believe that love is the force, that energy that lives inside you. And that makes you the person you are, humbleness that brings in you compassion, and that passion that drive that you have. And that is the thing that drives you and forces you. It is not about need. Wow, I know love is what all we need. It is that there. But it is not contingent upon or dependent on the things that are okay, if I fulfill those conditions, I will lovable. I can love that person. Okay, he can give me or she can give me that thing. This is not a business. Love is not business. Love is not transaction. It is not an exchange. Okay, maybe you are loving somebody, but the other is not loving you back. It doesn't mean that you have failed in love. Your love stands there as a equally to others' loves also. So it's all about how you perceive yourself, and it's all about your how you perceive others also. But it all starts with you. Do you love yourself enough to love others? Do you love yourself enough to care for others? Do you love yourself enough to have that kind of passion and drive for others to succeed as well? There is no comparison, there is no matchups, nothing. There is no anything element like need, or I need to have that thing, need to have that thing. It's not, love is not measured in terms of materialisms. It is measured in terms of the energy and the driving force that the love that you share, the feelings and the emotion that you feel share with others, and the bond you create with them. Over to you. Toastmaster Palka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pragya, Toastmaster Sushant, Toastmaster Umar, and Toastmaster Abhinav Kaur. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we manage our show. We make sure everyone is feeling great at the end. Let's go and meet our timer to explain the timing report, please. Or read out the timing report. Toastmaster Abhinav Kaur, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amjad. So I have pasted the timing on the chat box. You can go through it. If you want to tell individual timing, then I can share. I'll just mention the disqualification, those who exceeded 2 minutes 30 seconds. So Toastmaster Farida, Toastmaster Shakil, Toastmaster Mono, Toastmaster Anushi, Toastmaster Jaya, and Toastmaster Amjad. So these were the person who spoke a little bit extra, but they were spoke very well. The topic was so interesting that people want to speak more and more. That's why they did this. I'll not say a mistake, but they carried away. On and all, enjoy this session, and you can check out your timings on the chat box. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. Can we all give him a big hand for disqualifying us? I'm happy I'm not the only one. I have a company of 5 more people, as 4 more people, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we do our show. Global Impromptu Family. You are amazing set of people. Trust me. I'm not making it. I really mean it, truly mean it. Ladies and gentlemen, you all look beautiful, big. And Sushant, thank you so much. Take my salute. You gave your turn to Pragya, and you are going to be a big man. I respect you. Ladies and
Shashank,
gentlemen.
what was your topic?
No. Keep it with you for next. Sushan, don't disclose. This is our privacy. Toastmaster Umar, a big hand for you, man. Big man, big hand. Always you are there to support. I think you are the number one person in our sessions who have taken more topics masters roles. If I'm not mistaken, I believe you are the number one. You are at the top. Hey, wow.
Maybe really?
Yes, I believe so. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. And the next topics master is very special human being, our friend, our family member, Toastmaster Jaya Raghuvanshi, on coming Sunday. Please stay tuned and join us and let's have fun. With that, Pavasadmi, as the host of this very meeting, I adjourn the meeting now over to each one of you to have fun for some time. Stay blessed.